No, I've never pooped in the sink. Oh, we're live. It only makes sense to review Super Mario RPG in light of the new HD remake that just got announced. Remake, right? Remake? And lucky, it was hiding in the background all along! Peach is back there too. I know you just can't really see, but... Alright, fine, you know what? Now it's gonna be even more outrageous when Geno isn't playable in the next Smash Brothers. Don't say that! Well, I mean, I sound passionate, but I wouldn't trade the plant we got for the world. So why does everybody make such a big fuss over an old Super Nintendo classic? Super Nintendo games tend to get rated really highly around here, so I'm guessing that was a rhetorical question? Of course, dummy, it's amazing. Before the PlayStation would drive a wedge between Nintendo and Square Enix, the unlikely pair collaborated in a bizarre way that we rarely see in this industry to create a new spin-off title, utilizing Square's RPG talent and Nintendo's ownership of the Mario IP. This game, let's be honest, shouldn't work. Asking the Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy guys to make an RPG in the Mario universe sounds like it should flop hard. But instead it was so successful, it ended up getting its own spin-off series by Nintendo, Paper Mario. People complain that Paper Mario has been watered down each entry since the original N64 title, but in truth, even that game is a watered down Mario RPG existing to cut ties with Square Enix and pretend the RPG game never happened while still maintaining its series potential. Luckily, they've both moved past their teenage drama to bring back this unlikely crossover to modern audiences. Oh wait, this was supposed to be the first impressions. I thought it was fun. Oh yeah, it was all like... You control Mario, running and jumping through what appeared to be new isometric Mario levels. However, when you encounter an enemy, you'll be flung into turn-based combat with up to 3 party members, utilizing attacks like jumps, fireballs, and Koopa shells to damage your foes. They could have just left it at that, but instead we got this incredibly innovative new mechanic added to make the combat more engaging: timed button presses. Oh, I love this! So instead of just attacking and watching the animation happen, you can actually press A at the right time to get a bonus effect, like an extra jump in a combo, or increase your magic damage. You can also press A at the right moment during the enemy's attacks in order to try and block some incoming damage. And you can even time it with items to get the effect without even consuming anything. It's like a whole mechanic made just for the kids who were holding buttons down in Pokemon thinking would increase their chances of capture. The best part is that the game's not even completely forthcoming about the correct timings and exactly when it even makes a difference, so a lot of the fun is in discovering something new, like getting the hang of new weapons and special attacks. Now, it's still an RPG with towns, shops, equipment, and items and all that stuff, but luckily it's toned way down to be cozy and approachable for a wide audience. I don't even think I ever broke level 25 on any character before beating the game, by the way, and I was so overflowing with healing and MP restoration items by endgame, I ended up tossing most of them and avoiding question mark blocks intentionally. I still found some bosses to be tough until I figured them out. Luckily, the game's less about grinding for strength and more about better strategizing your plan of attack and equipment, as all of your party members are competent but specialize in their own ways. Right, but that's just combat. There's also tons of minigame segments like racing Yoshis, riding minecarts, and jumping across barrels in a river, and playing music for tadpoles, and all sorts of other weird stuff. The game is super strange, but it fits perfectly with the Mario IP, and Square's Final Fantasy traversal minigame segment stuff actually blends in really well to the experience. Square even got a little ahead of themselves and added Culex as a secret boss battle. Technically a new character, but heavily referencing the Final Fantasy series with his sprites, attacks, and music. So wait, is Final Fantasy canon to Mario now? Likely FF4, and why do you even care? It's not like someone's even keeping track of the Mario canon anyways. We also found Link and Samus in this game, so stop! Here's an embarrassing fact. This game looks so good, I honestly thought it was actually an N64 game for years. The detailed sprite work is really nice across the board, making the game actually look 3D, especially with CRT scan lines. I mostly decided on Mario RPG sprites to make a while back just because of how nicely colored these sprites look, and the new HD remaster make lets everyone keep their adorable proportions. Either version looks great. Well, the original did have this ugly chroma key blue void surrounding every area, but the remake master actually adds some nice new graphics to that void. The indisputable greatest glow up in video game history. I don't know, now I kinda wanna use it to green screen the background into a live baby panda cam, or a dog with a GoPro, or a YouTube poop compilation of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Stop! You journey across the land, gathering party members and artifacts in order to... It's not that generic, but it literally has RPG right there in the title. So a giant sword with eyeballs comes crashing down on Bowser's castle, shattering the Star Road in the process. To reconstruct the Star Road and defeat the new invading villain Smithy, Mario and company set off to collect the 7 stars. Which explains the subtitle, The Legend of the 7 Stars, except not really, because how is it a legend already if it just happened? If the legend existed before then and it's actually a prophecy, but it's made up on the fly, then I guess it's just breaking news. The remixer removes the subtitle so you can forget about the legend. This just in. A massive sword just struck Bowser's Keep, smashing his star-based rainbow bridge in the process. Our experts have confirmed its authenticity due to it having eyeballs. Considering this is all pretty Arthurian, we're gonna hop on the Zelda train and call this the legend. Can I steal your stop? You know, the main story doesn't really matter too much in good RPGs, and instead it's all about its characters. And sure, the cast don't grow very much, but their comical interactions with the world are what really add flavor to the game. Yeah, like how Mario is silent but speaks completely in ridiculous transformational charades. Bowser is comically inadequate of a villain and just trying to get back to his house. Peach is a stubborn princess refusing to sit idly by in her castle. Mallow is a long-lost cloud prince who thinks he's a tadpole, and Geno is an imaginative child's toy brought to life by the power of a star. The game's dungeons, if you can even call them that, are just a series of rooms with either challenges or unique gameplay set pieces that range from establishing scenes to downright jokes, and luckily the game is quite funny. The game is not that long as far as most RPGs are concerned, but you wouldn't believe how long it takes Mallow to figure out that he's not a tadpole. He's a precious little dingus. Well, when the game's not directly ripping off old Mario music for cheap nostalgia points. I like cheap nostalgia points. It's actually really great! Oh, I was expecting you to say. Most of the time. I'll take it. Before the remake Master was announced, I'd have felt really bad recommending an inaccessible retro classic like this again. But now with a gorgeous graphical enhancement, it's easy. And if you're a weirdo like me who enjoys the originals, it was actually included on the SNES Classic. Don't go into this one expecting to play for more than 20 hours before you beat the game on your first go around. Like we said before, this is more of a cinematic series of comical and unique set pieces playing like a dumbed down Final Fantasy and less like a full-blown Final Fantasy. But it's Mario! And it's a ton of fun playing this twisted hybrid. Can we get the reverse crossover now that the gang's all back together and chummy again? I want to see a 2D platformer Final Fantasy game with chocobos instead of Yoshis, and bombs instead of bob-ombs, and Behemoth instead of Bowser. I can do this all day. Sorry, Warrior of Light, your crystal is in another dungeon. The positive gamer in me gives Super Mario RPG 7 frog coins out of 10. It's a great game for first-time RPG players, on top of being a funny, charming, cozy, and short game, which the older I get, the more I grow to appreciate. And I know I didn't mention the frog coins, but I swear it's a thing. I just can't spend an hour explaining every little thing in a review like this. I mean, just give me a break. The critical gamer in me, Mario jokes, something. Super Mario RPG with an 8 out of 10. Mechanically and aesthetically, the game is wonderful at what it's doing, and its greatest fault may just be that there simply isn't enough of it. Well, and the fact that isometric platforming kinda sucks. Did I mention that yet? But what do you think? Let us know how your positive and critical sides rate Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars in the comments below. But if you just think we chose to make these sprites only because we wanted something Mario and not because it's a great retro classic, then that's exactly right. But you're still just playing with yourself. It is getting so hot in the summer lately, and boy, I can't stand these days where I like get into record, I have to open all the windows, and I have to turn all my lights on, and I just bake while I try and film for you to get enough light for these videos. And my camera's not even that good. Man, I gotta buy another one. I don't even know how old this thing is at this point. At least 10 years. God, I need better equipment so badly. Anyway, join Patreon to help me with that stuff. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more, and use the links in the description to nominate your own episode. And thank you to all of our Patreon members, Aspen, Arrow, Sid, Genio, and Laura, for keeping me cooled off. See ya.